I'm a simple Texan. I see a giant cowboy hat and I gotta come up and take a look at it. If you've ever been out riding your motorcycle and you randomly see something that you just gotta like pull over and touch, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. It moves too. It's crazy. Look how pretty my bike looks. That backdrop. I hope the camera picks it up. Looks real good. Let me stop and take a picture real quick. Yeah, let's get a picture. Alright. So, it's earlier than usual, but we're heading into the studio to record a song. This is for a different project. God, look how... Fort Worth is just an amazing city. Like, I don't know how to explain that to you guys. If you've ever been to Texas and you've never been downtown Fort Worth, like, you are missing out. This is absolutely a beautiful town. A lot of people out real early in the morning. I don't know if they're drunks or what. People are just out and about. That is wild. Alright, let me get my bike out of this predicament. Maybe I'll fit right here. Yeah, I will. So today on Texas Moto Rock, I'm heading in so I can record a song for a different project. My goal is I'm going to put a video on, and while watching the video, I will have a sound idea in my head, and when I have that sound idea, I will record it. And a lot of times I do this with random things. I'll watch random videos, it could be anything, usually not even like the audio on. I'll just be watching the video. And whatever it's about, I'll just be, in my mind, if there's no background music, I will just create the background music that I believe should be there. And a very basic way, it's like a writing tool. They teach you, it's almost like automatic writing, but for musicians. You just start creating the sounds that you think should be in the background of a movie or something. It's the same concept that people that create background music for movies do and TV shows. They create the sounds that they think should be in the background, and when you give it to a good composer like Hans Zimmer, he looks at the scene, takes note of the drama, the action, the motion, every little bit in the movie, and then he makes what he believes should be the sound there. Very common thing to do, but I like to do it as a little writing tool. Every so often I'll put something on. It's normally not music related. It could be related to anything else, really. Oh, puppy. He looks like Kari. Reminds me of Kari. Poor puppy. I might see if I can get Kari dropped off at the studio later, so I won't be alone. Yeah, so we're going to go into the studio, and we're going to be doing active listening, or active watching, I guess, on a different video. And I'll show you the video when I get there. In the wrong lane here. So we're going to be active watching a video and creating the sound that we think should be in the background of the video. So it's kind of like making your own version of the movie soundtrack that you think should be behind whatever it is you're watching. And you can do this with almost anything. You can watch a cartoon, you can watch a documentary, you could watch somebody vlogging, you can watch almost anything you want. And just try to envision the music that you would hear in the background of that, and then try to write it and create it while you're watching it. And if nothing else, you could be sitting there watching it and doing runs with your hands. And the interesting thing about it is your hands will naturally gravitate towards doing something when you're just fiddling around. Your hands just move. If you play a physical instrument, your hands will just be moving. And if you're moving your hands and your fingers, you'll realize that you'll come up with something that's gonna feel natural for what you're watching. It'll match the action and the drama and the feeling and the emotion of whatever it is. You'll see it, you'll know. And it's a little tool I like to do. I haven't done it in a while, but I have a project I want to do, and I thought this would be a great way to try to introduce you guys to that. But first, since we are in Fort Worth, we had to come in super early because I needed to make a stop and pick up something, and I'll show you guys that in a second. But first, since we are in Fort Worth and it's super early, I have to make a stop and pick up something that if you're native North Texan, DFW, Fort Worther, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Little hidden gem, amazing place. If you ever come into Fort Worth, you gotta check it out. If you like traditional Mexican food, unrivaled. You want traditional Mexican bakery or traditional Mexican breakfast, the place you gotta go to is Esperanza's. Fort Worth staple, family owned. Esperanza's Panaderia and Cafe. They're currently not open, but they're about to open. We're here a little early, but I wanted to get a picture and a shot before people start lining up and filling up the parking lot.
Soon after.
Alright, now let's head to the studio. We've got a long day ahead of us, so I gotta get started early. So let's head to the studio. Alright, so before we start going through music stuff, check out what I got in. Ariat work boots, Western style work boots specifically. Pull this out a little bit. Alright, so I needed new boots and I got some new ones. These actually are the pair that I'm already wear all the time. These are 400 gram thin slit. Oh yeah, 400 gram thin slit. So that waterproof composite toe and they're square toe. These are my favorite boots. I've worn these for I think the past 8 years. I currently wear these. These are the boots that I wore when I got hit by a deer. Check that video out. But this boot, I love it. It's waterproof all the way up the shaft, all the way to like the very tip right there. These boots are great. Actually, hold on. I wore these boots right in here. Let me get those. All right, these boots right here. Let me put one down. These boots are the exact same boot. When you first get this, it looks like that. When you ride like hell, it turns into this. Square toe, it's all beat up because I kick stuff with it. Look at that tread. There's like no tread. There's just nothing left on the bottom of that. It just got shredded. But literally, this was that color when I got it. I just rode the hell out of it. Look, can you see that tread? See how much tread there is? It's brand new. I'm so excited to put some miles on these. I needed new boots. I was getting kind of scared that these were going to go out on me. Check out the side here. When I hit the deer, that's what it did. So I was just worried about these starting to lose the waterproof ability at the seam because they're falling apart. So I was like, it's about time I get some new boots, have some backups. I'll still wear these for a little bit, but if I need to do some serious riding, I want to break these in first and then start running these. So I'll occasionally start wearing these up here and then I'll switch over to those. And I'll just go back and forth until I'm ready to just give those up and switch over to these. And then I still got my Justins, and I might look into another pair. Or I might look into some motorcycle riding shoes. I've actually thought about that. I don't own motorcycle-specific shoes, like branded motorcycle shoes or boots. I don't own any. I've always ran Western boots, Vans that are, you know, tall Vans that go up and lace up leather with a little cushion on the ankle. Or I just wear combat boot style boots. But if y'all guys got any recommendations on boots that I can get and try, let me know down in the comments. All right, let's get to recording. So for the riding part, I'm going to sit down and play my Telecaster because it's pretty comfortable for me for most genres and most things. My hand's pretty accustomed to it lately, so it just makes sense to use this guitar. And most of the time when I'm just messing around kind of subconsciously, I don't actually play through these giant amps. I play through that thing right there, the Gibson. So it's already plugged in because I was doing some double-lined bass work, and that's why there's a fuzz into it. But I'm going to go ahead and use the Gibson, so we're going to warm that up. Get that going. I might switch out the fuzz once I start kind of messing around. I might actually keep it, or I might just build a little pedal board on the floor for me to mess with. I'm not exactly sure yet. Now I got to pull something up on the computer, and let's see if we can find something to watch. Maybe motorcycle related. So let's go to YouTube, and let's pull something up. We got Shade Tree Surgeon, Spirit Box, Superman videos, Blockhead, like him, Zildjian, Periphery, bunch of random stuff. Let's see what Adam Sandoval's been up to. He's based out of Texas, or he was based out of Texas, and I believe he moved out to Oklahoma, started a thing for veterans.
Okay, y'all, we're gonna get this video started.
Let's start with that video right there. Let's pop it out, make it bigger.
Video start.
And pause it, and all right, let me set up my guitar and get it on and plugged in, make sure it's tuned up, and let's see what happens. All right.
And I'm excited in today's video because we're going to be talking about a lot of things, from the American Convoy to my time here in Savannah with my family. Hotel here in Savannah. It's my Best Western, and I am here to be with my wife. This is the wrong question. You've got to be out of order. Oh, they're just little bitty gators, man. I think you could take a gator that size. I think so. So we're this year with the Wounded Warrior project. It always feels right. I really do like that charity. There's a lot of work for that. Any charity that's actually helping veterans is good. But if a charity's going to
So since I've already got an SM57 and a C214 set up on the Marshall for recording something else, I'm actually going to leave that alone. You can hear that's a live mic right now. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to mic up the Gibson punk rock style by using Sennheiser, that's the front, E609, and we're going to pair this with a U87 clone. I have a Peluso P87 right here. It sounds pretty much just like a U87. This should be full sounding and fat, so we can get a lot of those low-end energy in this, and then round it out with the direct sound of the E609. So let's go ahead and put this up. It's early evening here in the stockyards. We had a good productive day at the studio. Let's go ahead and do a little pass through, see how the night's going. It's a weekday. It's not that crowded, but it's a little lively. You can tell all the people are out. At least all the young people are out. So dad advice. As we get older, sometimes we get so caught up in our lives that we forget to reach out to friends, whether new or old. You know? It's not that we don't like our friends or don't want to see our friends or don't think of our friends. It's just time passes by quicker than you really realize that it does. And the next thing you know, a year or 2 years passed and you haven't seen a friend in a while. And you think about him, you shoot him a text, hey, what's up? Remember that one time, etc. You get a LOL back. But actually reach out, talk to a friend. Like, ask him out for dinner. Try to hang out with them. It'll go a long way for their mental health and for yours. You gotta remember to watch out for your people, and your people will watch out for you. Alright guys, remember, pull hard, play hard. Never fails. I turn off the camera to go get gas, and some dude talks to me about my bike. Never fails. I never get it on camera. Shout out to the dude with the CB. I pulled up, asked me what I ride, and started pulling up my YouTube. You the real MVP.